What's going on, you guys? Laxo here again. Okay, so today I've had a lot of requests to make this video, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. I actually have been kind of hesitant on it. This is the Yoruichi video. I'm going to go over her, go over team comp I have for her, and maybe do a couple little test battles for her with you guys. But yeah, the reason why I've been trying to avoid this is because I don't have her weapon. I don't even have her fully maxed. I only have her at Orange 3 because I'm too busy working on Unohana right now. So I don't want to give out a false opinion about her as a character. I don't want to say that she's good, she's bad, she's alright, she's terrible, because I don't want to give off a false opinion. But nonetheless, I'm going to be doing a couple different things. If you guys want to just see some battles, check the description below. First, I'm going to go over the team comps and other characters. So again, check the description. You'll see some timestamps. Click to wherever you want, and I will see you guys there. But let's go ahead and go over the team comp first. So for the all-female team comp that I've kind of just thrown together really quickly on the fly, is I wanted a Soul Hall leader. So I went ahead and used Halle Bell. So the other Soul Hall leaders were... There's Sodena Yuki. I could use her, but she's really strong, and I don't want to make this an overpowered team. I have Nell. She's pretty strong as well. And I have Cotton Kyokutsu. She is... I only have her at 2-star, I believe. So, yeah, I only have her at 2-star. So I didn't want to toss her in there. I wanted to give this team a fighting chance. But those characters might work a lot better for you. Sodena Yuki might be a better character, but for this team comp, I think that this is going to work out the best. But nonetheless, the little problem I'm having is trying to fit the right characters from each Soul Hall into this team. As you can see, let's go ahead and take a look here at the actual. So, right here for the dragons, you have to have Rangiku in here. You have to have Rangiku Matsumoto. You have to have her in there. I feel that she is just a staple of the team comp because she has her, I believe it's her passive, correct? When female allies use rage attacks, has an 8% chance of adding disorient effect. So she's a pretty good staple to the actual team. And let's see here. Who is another staple here? Yachiru. Where is Yachiru? Yachiru right here. So the reason why that she is actually a staple as well as I believe it's her passive. When she is alive, all female character attack increases. Let's see here. 10.1%, so it's actually a pretty substantial amount. And of course, when allied female characters attack, there's a 30% chance to silence the target for 1 round. So you have the chance to silent and to disorient with those two on the same team. So, pretty good. Those two are staples. And then going back to, okay, neither of those characters do damage. Okay, so we have to have some damage. That's where Yoruichi comes into play. So I like to put her in the back row, usually near the end, to finish off. However, you might want to put her in the 4 slot. That might also work for you too. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on. So for the other, if you want to put another dragon on this team comp, what I was thinking was Yoruichi isn't too bad, especially if you can get her. If you can get her Awaken runes and she could actually just start reflecting damage back at the enemy, that is actually pretty good. And of course, Yoruichi is pretty good at 1 survivability and 2 keeping your back line alive, you know. So block is what I'm getting at. Anyways, okay, so now we're gonna go on to, let's see here, who would be... I'm thinking probably the best tiger would either be Yoruichi, of course, for the single target DPS, I like Lisa, but she's not part of this team. She's on my back row team. Honestly, I think Unohana is a very good choice for this team as well. So, if you want to pair her up with Halle Bell, just to have this Soul Hall, it's not a bad idea. It will work out really well. This is actually what I did. So, I tossed Halle Bell out there just to get the damage reduction. And then Unohana would also work really, really well. I think she's probably going to be a staple pretty soon, just because of her passive, which is so strong. 50% shield after any character dies, that's really, really strong. So, Unohana, if you guys plan on getting her, you could also toss her in this team comp as well, and then run Halle Bell. Soul Hall. But with that being said, we can move on to... Okay, so for Vermilion Bird, I obviously went with Yoruichi. If you want to go with the Nell Soul Hall, this would also work really, really well as well. You could even toss on the other Nell. Both of these characters work pretty well. But, once again, I like to have these characters separated. I like to have these two on the same team, so it's not going to work. And then I like to put her on a team that I want to keep alive, usually going up against an enemy Nell. So, I just tossed Yoruichi on there as pretty much her and Yachiru are a pair. You have to have them together. That's why Cotton Kill Cuts doesn't quite make the cut. You have to use her on a different team. Anyways, so this is where it gets kind of fun. For the actual... Let's see here. For the females, you could use here with the Black Tortoise. There are actually quite a few. If you wanted to use Soden Shirayuki Soul Hall for this team, you could. You could toss in there Oihime. She works really, really well. The other Unohana, she also works really, really well. Let's see here. Who else? We have Nemu. Nemu works pretty well. Keep the other females alive, but then you probably might not want to put the other Unohana on there because she's going to keep characters from dying, and the other Unohana kind of wants another character to die, so probably don't want to put these two on the same team. However, Hinamari is also pretty good as well. So you have several options here. If you opt to go with the Sodena Shirayuki Soul Hall, that is pretty good. So, looking at this team comp, we have to have some damage, and pretty much the only damage we're going to get is Yoruichi. So we have to have her protected really, really well. Again, you can go with Nell as well. So, that is what I'm seeing. We just have a lot of control and a lot of tankiness. We have to have some damage, so that's where Yoruichi comes into play. She's going to be a lot of damage. Anyways, we can actually quickly, if you guys want to see my team again real quick, we could actually run a battle real quick. I'm going to run a battle against somewhere around the same power level. As you can see, I don't have any super heavy hitters in this lineup. Speaking of heavy hitters, let's go ahead and replace her. You know what? Also, Orihime. Old school Orihime is actually not too bad either, if you wanted to run her. But let's just run, just so you guys can get a feel for how she's going to do in this. Obviously, I only have her at 3 stars, so we can't count on her to put in the best heals right now. Anyways, let's go ahead and run a battle. Also, guys, if you guys haven't, I might as well just, segue into this, but if you guys haven't already subscribed, feel free to hit that subscribe button down there. I would really appreciate it, and you can help me get to my goal of 500 subs. Alright, so let's go ahead and just run Chewbacca. This guy actually used to be top on the server a long time ago. Alright, so I wanted to get some survivability, so I went ahead and tossed Nell in there. As you can see, there's not going to be too much damage at all. This team has 0 damage. but we are going to get a lot of stun or a lot of silences and disorients, which is pretty nice. Also, if Yoruichi dies, I'm just gonna end the battle and move on to another battle. But once again, guys, I do not have her weapon. Just remember that. I do not have her weapon. I don't have her super powered up, super levels, anything like that. I have her base orange 3. Nothing crazy at all. So... However, I did notice the couple battles I did run with her. She actually did the most of the damage. I ran her on team comp with Kazushini. I was just messing around with having Kazushini in there for an actual damage dealer. And she was actually keeping up with everyone else in damage, so outperforming in some cases, so... She does seem like she does do a lot of damage, especially if you can get her weapon. Probably wouldn't be a bad call. I am actually going to get her weapon. Let's take a look here. Okay, it's a little more damage than last time. I'm actually going to get her weapon. Not because I really, really want to, but just because I put in so many pulls that I'm going to get her weapon by 300. So, another thing I noticed about Yoruichi is she generates rage really, really quickly. If you can hit a character that has notice, like Okioda right here, she gains 200 rage. And then since she's a bird, she gains another like 200 rage. So that's 400 rage. So if you could put her on a team comp with another character, male character, like, I don't know, Ween or Shinji or something like that, that can help regen rage really quickly, then she has a good chance of just raging every round. Alright, that's actually quite a bit of damage. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at numbers here. 41%. Then again, we have to kind of expect this because, once again, she is legitimately the only damage dealer on this team. Next to Halle Bell, of course, but yep. Alright, let's go ahead and run another battle here. Perhaps somebody that has been on in the last, like, year. Let's give this a shot. Look at that, 2 silences to start. It's pretty good. Let's go ahead and skip past this. Alright, let's see. 4 enemies here. 1.1 mil, that's actually pretty good. But as you can see, just pretty much by proxy, everybody just gets silence because the all-female team comp. So this is actually a pretty strong team comp, especially if you can fit key females. take a look here. Once again, probably get all the damage. Okay, it was actually a pretty even split that time. Let's go ahead and run another one. Let's just run a team that is somewhat on consistently. Look at that, 2 silences. Nice. 3 silences, 4 silences. Yeah, that's the power of Yachiru right there. Actually, fun fact, back when I used to first run in the World Championship, one of my stronger teams was the all-female team. Because there weren't too many super characters out at that time, so it was always fun watching the all-female team. Okay, so that's not bad. She does heal quite a bit, and again, this is without her weapon, so 1.4 mil. That's pretty good. Alright, let's go ahead and... Actually, let's go ahead and skip it to the next round here. Oh, apparently she died. I think she just died with that last rage attack or something. That's weird. Okay, anyways, let's go ahead and skip this. See how she did. 14%. Apparently she died. Anyways, one more really quick one here. Let's just show how she does up against an actual decent team that has good up-to-date characters. Probably going to die to 1 nail rage attack, but let's just see how she does. Alright, glad they didn't pick Yoruichi. Okay, so let's see how much damage she does here. $1.4 mil, that's pretty good. Alright, let's go ahead and fast forward here. I don't think anything's gonna happen. Alright, yeah, I figured she would die to the rage. Let's go ahead and take a look. So, once again, she did pretty much all the damage on the team. So, based on the testing I did prior to this video and this video now, once again, I feel like she does do a pretty good amount of damage. She is a solid attacker, and she could be that key piece that everybody needs for their team, all-female team comp. So, I hope this video was a little bit educational to some of the people that were kind of curious about how she performs. I don't have her weapon. I will get her weapon by probably the end of the event, because I still have like 20 or 30 free pulls from just doing my daily, or like 20 free pulls just from doing my daily stuff. So I'll probably get her weapon. Will I use her? Maybe not. Depends. But if I bring back the female team comp, I'm definitely probably going to get her to 5-star. But I feel like if you don't want to get her as a character, or use her as a character, just getting her Warsoul, her character Warsoul, might be the play. Because, let's take a look here. Where is her character Warsoul? Okay, so her character Warsoul is actually pretty solid here. Increase the attack of characters when using rage attacks. For every target critically hit, the damage of the next rage attack is increased by 5%. I don't think that changes at all. So 5% stackable up to 6 times, so that's an extra up to 30% damage, and you could toss that on a character like Yoruichi, who rages up to 6 times in one round. So if you don't like her as a character, don't want to get her, don't want to put too much into her, I suggest at least maybe getting her, just so you can get her Warsoul and work on her Warsoul. Use all those character shards on her Warsoul. But nonetheless, I'm going to save up everything I have for the anniversary event, which is probably coming up pretty soon. So pay attention to that. I'm assuming they're going to drop some really, really good characters, just like they have in the past. So we'll see how that works out. Hopefully they do, and I can pick up good characters then and maybe use some Omni Shards on those characters. Also, speaking of which, if it's a good character and I'm really excited and I want to level it up, I might actually get this just to level up the character. We'll see. But I hope not. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this one. If you guys made it to the end, I appreciate it. And I would also appreciate hitting that subscribe button and like button as well. Anyways, guys, any questions, comments, concerns, hit me in the comment section. And I will catch you guys in the next one.